Hello everyone, myself PrathmeshShimpi, a third year undergraduate in the Department of Energy Science and Engineering. I am currently serving as the Institute Energy Secretary. To cater the technical needs of 13,000 plus students and to enhance the tech culture of the institute, I am contesting for the post of General Secretary Technical Affairs. I envision creating an all-inclusive environment to foster the spirit of tinkering and encouraging innovation. I want to create an environment where tech is easily accessible and the students are able to utilize the opportunities and the resources available, and where they can do tech that can benefit the institute. I envision regenerating the technical spark in our life, the spark which once lit the IIT Bombay's technical culture, and bringing new and modern technological innovations inside our labs and clubs. As someone who has been always passionate about technology, I have been deeply involved in the tech activities throughout my time at the institute. From serving as the Institute Energy Secretary in my third year, to participating in tech expos and serving as the Institute Technical Council member, I have seen firsthand the incredible benefits the technology can bring, and also the grievances faced by the students in accessing the resources and the opportunities provided in the campus. As the General Secretary of Technical Affairs, I am excited about the opportunity to enhance the tech culture at the institute and ensure that all the students have access to the resources and the support that is needed for them to succeed. Drawing on my extensive experience in tech and my deep commitment to serving in my to serve for my fellow students, I am confident that I would be able to make a meaningful contribution as the General Secretary of Technical Affairs. I am eager to help to make a positive difference in the lives. Yeah. So firstly, the thing is firstly the thing is like we need to increase the funding for TL, and this can be done by associating with Alumni Association, Dean ACR office, and trying to talk and have conversations with SARC, and regularizing the pitching and visiting of alums during the annual alum meetings and the alum meetings which are held every year in TL. This is just required because TL is one of the most growing labs in our institute, and it is having a need of funds which can be provided by the alums through more frequent pitches.
So what platform are you planning to use for these pitches? You mentioned SARC. Will you be pitching in SARC too?
So actually what we will be doing is that we will be confirming a schedule where we will be trying to associate the Alumni Association and the Dean ACR office, where they will be told to mention TL visits or the TL pitches as in the schedule of the alum meets which are held every year, and this will help us for getting interacted with more and more alums and pitching and make them pitch for more and more projects which has been done throughout the year in TL.
Have you discussed with anybody from the IIT Bombay Alumni Association?
So actually, I have already discussed this idea with some of the alums which have been visiting in IIT Bombay. Recently, we have a visit of 1970 batch, and I have talked to some of the alums who have worked, who have been there in the institute, and they said that frequent features about this thing should be done there. Okay, so ChemiTL is one of the newly formed lab in the institute, and which have a lot of inventory and a potential for a lot of projects to be made in the interdisciplinary domains, which also includes the cross domains such as the bioex, chemistry, energy, and many more fields. So what we would like to do is we would like to involve the inventory and the materials available in the ChemiTL for the usage for projects of other domains like other clubs like bioex, energy, chemistry, and also in the events which are done by them.
Can you give examples of the kind of projects that you're planning and the kind of equipment that you need for?
Okay, so if we say for bioex, CSI is one of the crime scene investigation is one of the events which is done by bioex, which can also include the handful experience of using litmus test, chromatography. This is one of the examples for biox. Other example is like we can do a chem detective GC for the chemistry clubs and the chem nights. Also some of the projects like propulsion based rocket design, chemistry magic show. Regarding the energy club, we can do enhancing the accelerate car with our own battery. We can experiment with the chemicals used and which is the most suitable battery for making our bots. Also we can work on soap making competitions and wind turbine design competition. These are some of the examples. Okay, so Institute Technical Summer Activities is one of the biggest activity which will be done throughout the tenure, and during that phase we are doing a lot of activities and we are getting a lot of projects are being done. So we want one-stop portal where the process can start from the beginning of registration. The ITSP registrations can be started through that. Also the abstract submissions and the project reviews can be done through this website, and there will be one-stop portal where we can get all the repositories collected for all the years for the past all the projects, which can help the next students, the next batch who will be doing these projects for brainstorming or getting the ideas about the sessions.
But like I said, these repositories already exist. What is your role over here?
So actually this
ITC website, you have
okay, so actually this repository is not available in one place and it's quite scattered, and we don't have the repository regarding the final presentations which have been done by the teams of the ITSP or the SOC. So we want that final presentations, the final output which has been done by them on a portal which can be used by other students for which can be used by them for making ideation about further projects. So digital notice board is one of the thing which the hardware related to is being developed by DevCom. So we'll try to we'll try to place this digital notice boards in hostels near the hostel mess or near the hostel current soft boards which we have in our hostels. So basically regarding what we plan
funding.
Okay, so while discussing with the hostel G6 about the feasibility of a digital notice board, or do they want to purchase this digital notice board which will be required, so most of the hostel G6 were quite enthusiastic about buying this hostel digital notice board because there is a need for this to be done frequently, and the cost regarding the hardware which has to be purchased for digital notice board cost not more than 3,000, and most of the hostels have agreed upon this.
Maintenance and whose property is this going to be? Is ITC going to be responsible?
Okay, so regarding the maintenance about who will be deploying the posters, so this will be done by all the clubs who have the access on Insti app. They can post on their posters there, and through a server that will be directly posted to the digital notice board, and the digital notice board will be maintained by hostels where they will have their own screens and with a hardware provided by them by the ITC. So while I was serving as the Institute Energy Secretary, I seen that there is a huge potential for making our hostels more and more sustainable, and we're trying to minimize the wastage which is done in tons in our hostels. So starting from the projects like waste management and regarding the automation which can be done for energy efficiency, I have talked with the bodies like InstiX and some of the hostel G6 regarding should there be an implementation of such an projects which will try to incentivize students to minimize the food wastage in the hostels. Okay, so the case study GC is a small scale version of sandbox. an initiative by TL. So in the case study GC, we will be proposing hostel tech councils or the tech counselors of the hostels to pitch in a problem which is there in their hostels, and to find a solution related to tech to be solved by them. Also, Sandbox is an initiative which will be run for 3 semesters, but a GC will be there where a normal person can think upon his idea about a problem which he thinks is valuable, a big problem in his hostel, and will try to solve that problem through a GC and in a competitive manner.
What about the implementation of this? For example, TL Sandbox is funded. Would you need some sort of similar funding for this?
Okay, so regarding this, I have talked to hostel tech counselors and the GSEC, and if we try to implement this idea, they are ready for funding the required hardware to be implemented in this, and also they are quite enthusiastic about this idea because the problem will be solved, and also we can involve InstiX as the body in the final deployment of the projects because they have the valuable knowledge which is required for deploying the projects. Thank you for providing me with your valuable time. I know that this thing is impossible without any, a change cannot happen without anyone, and I would like to have your valuable suggestions, support for making a tech council and the tech culture of the institute glow. Thank you.